Super Bowl. One final time this season. Hi there, everybody. Joined by Brock Heward in the booth. I'm Kate Scott, and we have made it. The greatest game of them all, everybody. Welcome to the Super Bowl. And it really is the perfect crowning event for each and every NFL season, isn't it, partner? All the fanfare, the celebration in the week leading up to this game, and then in the moment, we see the two best teams in the NFL squaring off for this title.
Such a few fortunate players and coaches who are making a repeat appearance in this game on this stage, Kate. So many. This is the culmination of a dream that began a decade, even a couple decades ago, as a young player discovering their love for football. And for those first-timers, that's fine. Go ahead and take in this atmosphere. Just make sure you're focused when that ball is teed up and ready to go. Those dreams you had as a kid, well, they didn't end up with you losing this game. Oh, no. They ended up with you raising the Lombardi Trophy and calling yourself a champion.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down.
Hey, run! Hey, kill!
Lawrence working from the gun. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Lawrence facing 3rd and long. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
11, Haggett. Hey, easy. Route.
Lawrence now off the play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So it'll be 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
Hey, Lion. 11.
Out of the gun to give to ETN. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. Offense up to the line fast. Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Into the hands of Duvernay. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
13, Luke. Silver.
He'll give this up the middle to ETN. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Hey, hey, hey.
They motion a receiver left. From the 39. Connection made, Travis Etienne. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They're now set for first and 10.
Red on red.
Now we give to Etienne running right. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Flushed out of the pocket. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. He was downfield in a hurry, hoping to help with the play, but that effort cost some points as the penalty wipes out that touchdown. So now, after being backed up just a bit, another first and goal.
23, safe right.
Running it after the penalty. It is charged towards the line. That's right around 3 yards. Offense in the hurry up here.
Take right open.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Chased out to his right. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars finish up an excellent opening series. Trevor Lawrence with the touchdown. Patterson able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
From the 32. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. He lets one fly deep downfield. Almost an opening drive interception, but that winds up on the ground. Incomplete. It's going to bring up 4th down. Seahawks bring it out the punt team. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Starts his return from the 23. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Jaguars football. First and 10 now from the 30.
Lisa 24. Here we go.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
13, Lou. All right, let's go. 11. Hey, kill. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Big 13 heavy. On red.
From the gun, ETN gets it. Juke the defender. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
You know, kid, I like to call these body drills. Body drills. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. ETN on the catch. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. Working quickly here.
Hey, Jupiter. 30 left.
ETN on 3rd down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches.
Hey, Lion. 30 left. Silver.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Buying some time right. And all their pressure gets it done. That's a sack on 4th down as they force the turnover.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Set. 19 tight.
Throwing off the play fake here. Working the sideline. Oh, he got it. Drug the feet. That's a catch.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
19 Lion. Let's go now.
Motioning him from the slot right. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Josh Hines Allen, that time to haul him down.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
From the gun on 3rd down. Escapes the puck. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. Jags pick it up. It's the end of one in Superbowl. We are back and just as excited as you are. Time to resume action here in Super Bowl 63. Lawrence in the pistol. Remember, they got it back on the fumble to end the first. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
On second down, it's Etienne. Launching for the pylon, and he's got it! Touchdown! The Jaguars take a 13-0 lead. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Patterson tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Into the hands of Kittle.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
Let's go. Cut 19.
Handoff running left, Walker. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. It was Andre Sisco who hauled him down there. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open and risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. On the move, headed right. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Second and 10 now. Throwing deep for the end zone. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back now, pressure on its way. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. From a couple of yards deep, this is going to come out. And they've got a long field ahead, Brock. Got to him early on the return and laid a big hit on it. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Red on red.
Now a give. It's ETN headed left. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Hey, go!
Now Lawrence on the play fake. He locates Adonai Mitchell. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
11.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. They'll just throw it away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. No one in the area. He was still in the pocket. Seems like a pretty cut and dry intentional grounding to me.
Seems like you want to be an official someday, Kate.
Maybe.
Yeah, because you nailed that one.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
6 and 24. 13, Luke. Here we go.
They'll run here following the penalty. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. 4 yards there, but still a lot of digging left to do. It's 3rd and really long.
You know, Kate, one of the reasons it's so hard to run the ball in the NFL is to move grown men off their spot against their will. You get a run play like that, you've done your job. You've moved them against their will, and you've set yourself up for some later success.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. So that brings up 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. Fields this clean at the 30. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. This one returned for 11 yards. And it'll be Seahawks football. 1st and 10 from the 41.
Go! 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! 1918! Reno! Go!
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Jukes out a one-stop. And he's able to reach that midfield stripe after some solid running. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
70 rings!
It's a design boot. He puts some power on a deep one left. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars will take over as he picks off his 10th pass of the season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Here's ETN on 1st down. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Hey, run!
Mitchell will go in motion right. Here's 2nd and 7. Catch made by Mitchell. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a Jaguar first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Hey, Lion!
They go right back to Etienne. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
Hey!
Lawrence now off the play action. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete. Brian Thomas Jr., his intended target. And now they're going to face 3rd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
This is Etienne. He'll get him the first inside the 25. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. That's that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Hey, go! Go, let's go!
Lawrence working from the gun. This is complete to Duvernay. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Trying it right side with Etienne. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Here's the 24.
Here's Lawrence to throw. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You've got to shake it off and keep on firing.
Koo able to put it through. And that extends their lead to 14.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Stopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. and you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
This is Walker on second. This is ahead for about 5. Stop that time by Antonio Johnson. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. Shotgun now on third down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. No return on that punt. And hardly any time remaining for them in this game. Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line.
Let's go. Take right open, open. 11, Haggett.
First down throw, Lawrence. That's taken in by Etienne.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go.
On red. 30 left. Here we go.
He's back to throw. He'll get this to Etienne. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. One last play before the break.
Hey, run. Hey, I'm gun. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, while we all enjoyed that halftime show, right, Brock? These guys were strategizing how to win that Lombardi. We're back underway in the Super Bowl. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They put a receiver in motion right. Play action on 1st down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. So after getting that pass away, he's in some visible discomfort. Training staff out now to see how serious it may be. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Catch is made down the right sideline. Now he's past the 25. All the way, touchdown Seattle! The Seahawks cut into the lead coming out of halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Take easy. Route. 11.
Lawrence in the pistol. Catch made by All. Space on the right. He's got room. To the 10. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars push their lead further to start the half. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Doesn't have the hook up there, incomplete pass.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. Complete to DK Metcalf. And he's out of bounds past midfield. It's a 21-yard gain. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down.
Okay, ready? Here we go. Go.
Walker running to the right. And he's able to work this down to the 41. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Running with Walker again. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. We've got Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
We're working a couple of yards past the line. Tyson Campbell, the man on that tackle. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8. Staying with Walker. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
On 3rd down, Walker. Space to the left. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Starting from the 5. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion. 11
They go play action here. That's complete to Ingram along the sideline. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you're going to be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Putting a receiver in motion. From the 45 on 2nd down. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10.
11, Agate.
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
23. 13, Luke.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. He just got rid of it, Brock, but he was still in that tackle box. This is going to draw the flag. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, and this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
And the Jaguars sending out the field goal unit. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Walker now from the gun. Jukes one defender. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Come on. Set. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Check smash. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready.
Running left. Here's Walker. Up the sideline, past the 45. Through the 35. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
They go play action on first. He rolls to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on first down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. That's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. A give up the gut to Walker. And he'll go down here at the 16. 6 yards to pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
From the gun. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. Yep. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. From his own end zone, here we go. He's got a lane up past the 30. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30.
Go, go. All right, let's go.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. He's going deep. This is brought in at the 15. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars make it a 9-point advantage. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars make it a 10-point ball game. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now an inside give to Walker. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Let's go now.
Here's Walker running right. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Football on that 47-yard line. First down. He's dropping back to throw. Couple defenders there, and they're going to intercept it. bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead. A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that first by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
Throw reeled in by Thomas. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a Jaguar first down. That'll bring us 1 quarter away from the end. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, easy. Route. Here we go.
From the gun, ETN gets it. And he's into the red zone on that run, down to the 18. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
On 2nd down, it's ETN. And he's brought down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Go, let's go. Hey.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. The Bats got it. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game. That's well done.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars take a 3-possession lead. Here's Patterson now to kick this away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Throw left side, complete. Escapes a defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down.
Let's go. Cut my team.
They'll throw it. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
2nd and 3 now.
Here we go.
From the 39. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect. And all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
From the gun on 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a big fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. But it bounces out of bounds, so they'll retain possession. That's good for 7 yards. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down. Pass play coming here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. 40. Hits the 20. And he makes the Heps goal. It's a touchdown on the pick six. Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars make it a 24-point ball game. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Getting right back to it after that interception. Short pass caught by his tight end. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
He puts some juice. Brought in inside the 20. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. From the red zone now. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks putting up points in a game decided. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
The kicking team ready for the Seahawks, and forward they run to send it away. Starting at the 10. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Red on red.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
That's what I call a rhythm starter right there. The offenses love execution and plays like that on 1st down, Kate, because now that playbook is wide open. All options on the table for 2nd down.
2nd and 3 now.
Easy. Read a 40. Hey, go, go. Go, go. Bring it. 30 left.
ETN again. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
Rip, 23. Hey, I'm gun. 11. Silver.
Lawrence working from the gun. That's taken in by ETN. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not